So now let's tackle the IT incident management form. This one should have an asset reference field to link to an asset, an incident category field based on the selected asset, and fields for incident description, attachment, and priority levels. Can we do one now?
Sure, Jay. That was a great example. So this form requires a lookup field to pull in assets from the existing inventory that ensures data consistency. And the priority level can be dynamically set depending on the incident and the asset that we have chosen. So again, let me draw up a quick diagram and show how this can be done. So starting up with creating a fillable form. So as discussed in the previous workflows, so we either create it from scratch or import a fillable PDF document. And from there, we work on adding watch fields and lookup fields. And as the same use case as we discussed before, so we also associate a specific data source from which we'll be using watch fields and lookup fields. Again, so these fields would be the dynamic fields would be for lookup fields, and based on these lookup fields, we fetch values based on the watch fields too. So we'll also be inputting specific required values, and the process goes on just as the other use cases. So let me show you how it works. So this is the incident report form that we have created from scratch. So we have pre-filled the values for the employee name, date, and the employee address. So if needed, just as discussed in the previous use cases, you can have it input as text area fields, or even use merge fields here as too. And next up, so we have inserted a lookup field. So initially we have configured a data source. So this is the data source that we have configured. You can see that it contains assets and categories, the incident category relevant to those assets, and the priority based on the assets and the incident category that we have chosen. All right. So we have configured the data source from a Zoho Sheet spreadsheet. And as you can see in the lookup field, so we have inserted it as a drop-down, and it would fetch values from the assets. So which would be this specific column. And from here, so I've given it a label. So I've set the field visibility based on my preference. And additionally, so you have several options here. So you can have the visibility to be hidden to the end user, or you can have it visible for the end user, but not have it print. Additionally, you can also have it hidden, but not printable. So the field level configurations based on the visibility is modifiable for all the fields that you have inserted. Also, you have it option to mandatory to fill. So we have already discussed this too. And next up, so we have mixed the lookup field and the watch field based on this specific incident category. So that is how the use case was. So we have inserted a lookup field for the incident category. So we have choose this as a drop down, and it will fetch the values from the lookup field, the incident category. So this is how we have set it up. And next up, so this will be watching for the field assets. So that is, based on the asset that you have chosen, you'll have the relevant incident category shown. For example, if you have chosen mobile phone, so you would get all these options. But whereas if it's software license, you'll just get these three options. So that is how we narrow it down. And next up, so if needed, you can set up a tooltip. Additionally, an incident description is a multi-line area field. And next up, we also have an attachment section right here, so which helps with giving information on the incident. Also, we have set up a priority field, so which is completely based on the asset and the incident category that you have chosen. So in this specific use case, so this priority will be a pre-filled value. So we have inserted the field priority from here, and then we have watched both these fields, that is assets and the incident category. So it will be looking out for both these fields, and the priority will be filled based on that. Additionally, I've also set it as read-only so that no one modifies the priority too. And next up, so you configure the on submission actions based on your preference. If you wanted to save it to a spreadsheet, yes, you can. But let's say if you wanted to send it for signature, even that can be done by sending it for sign collection. So we provide an extensive options for on submission actions as well. And let us test this out now. So I click on access form. from here. So I'm choosing the incident category. Just a quick second. Let me configure if the incident category is set as red. All right. So I've chosen the asset reference to be mobile phone, and the incident category, I'm choosing it to be network issue. So incident is network failure, and I'm adding an attachment. So it's suppose only PDF files, so which is why we can see that all the other ones are grayed out. And you can see it automatically sets the priority level as low because we have set the watch field for the priority level based on the incident and the asset reference. And I simply click on submit. So that's it. It's that much easier to work and create reports or even asset requests directly using the fillable templates in Zoho Writer.
Okay, that's great. So thanks, Pal.